What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so I want to thank all of you all who have shown love via donations on both the Cash App and the PayPal. Much respect to you all for showing love, man. I truly appreciate it. And, so I hope you're having a good Saturday. So this is something that I saw. I don't know if you guys know about this, but Kevin Costner recently outed CNN for showing a complete lack of respect to the late, great Whitney Houston. Back when he spoke, I guess he gave a eulogy, or maybe he gave the eulogy. I'm not sure. I think it was different people speaking. I didn't actually catch it. Maybe he gave one of the eulogies, or it was one of the couple of eulogies. But anyway, Kevin Costner says that when he spoke at her funeral, or at her memorial service, whatever the case may be, CNN, which was televising the event, told him beforehand that they wanted him to cut his speech due to commercial constraints. And Kevin Costner basically told them what they could do to themselves or do with themselves. And he gave his speech. Now, his speech wound up being about 17 minutes. And he told them, look, I'm not going to cut my speech or condense my speech for some effing commercials. He said, y'all can cut to a break while I'm talking, but I'm not going to cut my speech. So ultimately, he didn't cut his speech. I don't think they cut to commercial. You know, maybe some of the executives were irritated by that. You know, that's how they get paid or whatever. But at the end of the day, it didn't happen. Now, Kevin Costner and Whitney Houston struck up a friendship while they worked on the movie The Bodyguard, which was back in 1992. And they became fast friends. And this led to a 20-year friendship, which unfortunately ended with the tragic passing of Whitney Houston back in February of 2012. Now, I'm not going to get into whether it was an accident or whether it was intentional or whether it was whatever. I have my thoughts about that as the years of, I have my theories about that as the years have rolled on. But she left us too early at the age of 48. I always like Kevin Costner, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people would get the impression, because he grew up in the Midwest, because he did a lot of Westerns and period pieces, 19th century, 20th century, law enforcement movies, authority figures. Some people would get the impression that Kevin Costner was a conservative. But in actuality, he admitted some years ago now, that he grew up conservative. He grew up a conservative Republican. His family was conservative. But over the years, I think he was born in Kansas, if I'm not mistaken. It's either Kansas or Nebraska, but I want to say Kansas. But anyway, Kevin Costner over the years actually has become rather liberal. And, you have a lot of fans who have a problem with that. And at the end of the day, it just amazes me how today's audience are so concerned about other people's personal beliefs or what they're doing in their personal lives. Look, Henry Fonda was as liberal as they come. And Jimmy Stewart was as conservative as they come. He was a conservative Republican. He was great friends with Ronald Reagan. Henry Fonda was a card-carrying FDR liberal. And And I remember hearing them say, I think I remember Jimmy Stewart saying that one time they argued politics on the set and they got into a fist fight. They had been good friends, but they got into a fist fight and they agreed after that never to discuss politics because they actually genuinely liked one another. They just didn't agree on politics. And that's politics thing, it can be a very, very, politics can be a very, very hot button issue. And the media knows that. And that's why they push certain things in the media for ratings and profit. Politics, race, gender. They know these are hot button issues. You don't hear it as much as you used to back in the 90s and 2000s, but abortion used to be one of those issues that they pushed as well. But the media, in my opinion, has kind of succeeded in making the majority or influencing the majority of Americans to support abortion, at least the majority. But anyway, I didn't mean for this video to deviate into that topic, but I just sometimes go on these little rants, these little soliloquies about historical stuff. But anyway, shout out to Kevin Costner for keeping it real, and shame on you CNN for trying to disrespect Whitney Houston. Tell me what you guys think.